York County is so much more than just a stop for gas on I-80. 17 County is filled with unique individuals with unique stories just waiting to be told. Welcome to the 17 County Podcast with your host, Emily Perry.
This is 17 County Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, and listen on your favorite platform. This helps our podcast grow, and we thank you for your continued support. We would like to thank our York County Development Corporation stakeholder investors, AgriProducts, BGIN USA, Cornerstone Bank, York General, Central Valley Ag, and York State Bank. Without these great stakeholders, we wouldn't be able to focus on the growth and development of York County here at the YCDC. So thank you. And now, let's get to the conversation.
I am here with Lisa Hurley, Executive Director here at York County Development Corporation, back for an update. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Callie. It's great to be back.
It's wonderful to have you back. So, what's been going on recently with YCDC?
Well, we have been incredibly busy as we kick off the new year. It's hard to believe that we are into the third month of the year.
I know.
Next week. So right now, we are actually planning several events and we are working several projects.
Okay.
So let's start with on March 4th, so next week, we have a ribbon cutting for Countryside Estates, which we're pretty excited about. It's a new subdivision that's on the east side of the city of York. And it's a partnership with the developer and Champion Homes.
Okay.
So it's going to be very cool. Come on out. It's at 3:00 on the 13th. Nope, sorry. It's at 3:00 on March 4th, and we're very excited. Very excited. This project's about 2 years into engineering and design.
Oh, wow.
So to get it to this point is, 18 months to 24 months. It's, you're going to have to edit me today.
It's okay.
A lot of times these projects, it's so much fun when we get to this part of a project that we've been working on for 1.5 to 2 years, because we have all this stuff going on in the background that the general public doesn't know about.
Oh, for sure.
And to be able to celebrate with a ribbon cutting and to see the signs popping up in the office, it's pretty awesome.
That is. So what you said it was on the east side of town?
It's on the east side of town, over kind of by Minks Park, the ballpark area.
Okay.
There's some housing already up there. It will be an extension.
That's cool. That's a good area for housing.
Yeah, it is. And we're starting with 12 lots, but the developer did purchase 20 acres, so it will be a full subdivision.
Okay, so the houses are being built, or people buy and then build?
I believe there may be a spec house being built,
Okay.
but there's several floor models that people will be able to purchase and customize, and we'll have houses on the land by the end of the year.
Nice.
Which is very awesome. And then we also are working a housing project in the Village of Bradshaw, which will have some houses relocated into the community, 7 new renovated houses being moved in from another location. So it's just lots of little pieces coming together, and it's really, really exciting.
That is exciting. Talking about exciting, there's been a few announcements recently in the county and community in general. Do we want to talk about that a little bit?
Are you implying that we may be getting a new Freddy's?
I mean, it's the first time I heard it come out of your mouth.
It is. It did hit the news last week.
It did.
7 Brew and Freddy's. The demolition actually a couple weeks ago. It's amazing how fast a building can come down.
I know. It was literally there one day and gone the next.
Yes, it really was. So those two are coming. They should both be up this year. Fairfield Inn and Suites, which actually I don't know that I've talked about. I don't know that I've been on the podcast since we did the groundbreaking for that in the winter. That's well underway. That will open up in 2026.
Okay.
So that, a hotel takes a little bit longer. Pump and Pantry, they've got their old building done and they're finishing their new building.
Yeah, that's coming up fast too.
Yeah, so lots of out in that Tower Crossing area of the Highway 80, 81 corridor, lots of activity going on. Tomorrow, so it will be before this podcast comes out, we have the retail coach coming in, who is an entity that's contracted with the city of York to help our community target additional retail growth, whether it's homegrown retail development, is expansion by providing data that they're bringing to the table, or it's recruiting new retails in. So we have a lot of opportunity on that side, and it's going to be a lot of fun. For anyone that's listening, if you're interested in retail growth, reach out to me. I can get you connected. If you have property, we definitely need to know about that as well.
For sure, for sure. So diving back into future things a little bit, you guys have your annual banquet coming up.
We do. It is on the 13th, and people need to get their RSVPs in next week.
ASAP.
Yes, ASAP. We will be presenting our Impact Awards, which is honoring people that have had a significant impact in economic development, community development in York County in the last few years. We also have Nicole Solachik, who's the Economic Development Manager with the Nebraska Public Power District, coming in as our keynote speaker. So she'll be talking about trends that she is seeing in economic development and in the energy field that's impacting our region.
Very fitting presenter.
I think so, and I love Nicole.
Yeah, been able to work with her a lot, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So what's this I hear about chicken barns?
Chicken. So our farmers have an opportunity to diversify. Whether they're already in livestock, whether they're not, whether they grow corn, soybeans, whatever it is. If you have 10 acres, you have 20 acres, you want to put up 2 barns, you want to put up 20 barns. Lincoln Premium Poultry is looking for farmers who are interested in becoming partners. So last week we held a growers meeting for people that are interested in becoming growers for Lincoln Premium Poultry here in York. And we had about 75 people in attendance. Oh, wow. So a pretty strong showing. And this is York County Development Corporation. This is York County. It's for our region. So if you're in Seward or you're in Fillmore or maybe even down in Saline and you're hearing about this is an opportunity. You can reach out to us. You can reach out to the Alliance for the Future of Agriculture in Nebraska, AFAN. Steve or Chris, they'd be willing to help you, get you connected. You can actually, if you contact Emily or me here, we can get you connected with Jessica's contact information as well. And she's with Lincoln Premium Poultry.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great opportunity for our farmers, and anything that can support our economy overall and diversify is a good thing.
That is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking last week, just personally, about a few things that Premium Poultry has been doing new lately. Do you want to talk about that?
So, this was kind of funny because one of the growers was in the meeting last week, and he asked the Costco team, who Lincoln Premium Poultry sells exclusively to, if they still have a market for their chicken feet, because their chicken feet used to go over to China. Mm-hmm. It's a delicacy. And it was just kind of funny that he brought it up. And, with the bird flu out there, China's not bringing in chicken. So that market is closed. But Costco has started utilizing it in select stores, which I found that, and they told the group that when they've stocked the 10 stores or 5 stores or whatever it was, the feet have just flown off the shelf.
Oh my gosh.
So it's not something I've ever cooked for my family, but it is something that some people love.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chicken feet.
Chicken feet. We're always talking the byproduct, the extra things extra pieces of value we can get out of corn or beef. And this is just another way of doing it.
Yeah, using everything.
Yep.
It makes a lot of sense. It's just thinking. I don't think so. I mean, personally, I think I'll pass, but it's a great opportunity.
It was pretty funny watching your face last week when I said, "Do you want to try some chicken feet?" I don't know if I can get it, but
I'll be on my own little adventures with that one. Okay, so I do see here. I'm not sure if you guys have talked about this on the podcast, but recently you've taken over as the president of the National Rural Economic Developers Association. Say that 5 times fast. Goodness. So, do we want to talk about that a little bit? I mean, being elected as a president of a national organization, I mean, it's kind of a big deal.
It feels kind of good.
Yeah.
I've served on the board for a few years. I don't remember how many years now. Started as secretary, treasurer, and I've kind of worked my way up. So in November, and I have not been on the podcast since you had taken over, Callie. So, but in November, I was elected, and my term started January 1st.
Oh, okay.
So it's for the year of 2025. I'm the president of NREDA, and it's really kind of it is very rewarding. Through my connections with NREDA, I've got to know business people and economic developers from rural communities from under 100 people to, USDA puts rural as 50,000 or below. I kind of say if you feel rural, you are.
Yeah.
So that's a great population mix. And then in there, we also have a lot of energy cooperatives. So like in Nebraska, we're a public power district state. They're kind of like co-op in other states because they're not investor owned.
Okay,
so that's the difference between a co-op and an investor owned co-op, or not co-op, but investor owned utility. So we've got some fun things coming up. It's great to be a mentor to young economic developers. It's great to be able to share what's going on in York County, how regulations, how legislation is going to impact York County and Nebraska on the national level, to have that voice. We will be in May doing it's every other year, trip to DC for our DC fly-in, where we meet with our partners, and we'll meet with Congress and Senate, different everybody, anybody that we have. We'll have like 30 people, 20 to 30 people there, and we split up into groups, and we hit our delegates and we hit our partners like Touchstone Energy and the International Economic Development Council and NRTCA, and I could go into the alphabet soup.
The list goes on and on.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, being able to go in and advocate USDA funding, sustainability, how is that impacting us here in York County, and being able to take our stories from here to the national level. And then as president, I sit on some of the different committees, and I'm pretty excited for the conference coming up in Nashville If you're a rural economic developer, if you work in the space at all, it's something that you need to be involved in because we're sharing our stories, we're giving our tricks. How do we continue to operate? How do we adapt to the challenges of our world? I mean, it's going to be a great agenda.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of good learning opportunities.
It is.
At Cornerstone Bank, we are committed to providing you the best in banking products and service. With 46 locations throughout Nebraska, we are dedicated to serve you. Cornerstone Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This episode is brought to you by Black Hills Energy and Cokes at Odie. Now, let's get back to this podcast. Moving on, it looks like we have another. Is this like a event, like an ongoing thing? I have here, discover your community's workforce solution.
My office, Emily and myself, in particular, and several of our board members who are manufacturers, are part of the Southeast Nebraska Manufacturing Partnership. And there was a presentation in there from careerpathway.com.
Okay.
And we just kind of jumped completely all into it. It's almost like a social media platform.
Oh, wow.
But you set up your account as an individual, your account as a company, and you're not going to be paying for any posts. You can pay for an account if you want the professional, or you can sign up for a free account, but you can't sponsor posts. So you have to show what you're doing. And the whole concept is it's built around the career clusters that Nebraska Department of Education and it's built around the career clusters that the Nebraska Department of Education and all of our school districts utilize. And so our schools are going to be rolling this out to the students who will get on, and by the content they're interacting with, maybe they're liking photos of somebody putting drapes on a window or putting in a sidewalk or working on landscaping. They're liking those type of photos, those type of click short videos. And so they're being kind of guided into career options for them. They might be seeing, interior design, landscape designer, architect, all those different things that if you're 18, 15, 25, you might not think of being connected. And so it will start popping up some opportunities. And for this to work, to connect, whether it's our student or it's any job seeker on the market, we have to have our businesses on there.
Yeah, for sure.
So we have them coming out on March 24th at 11:30 to do a presentation. Bo Jones, he's the one that I saw preset. He's a contractor. He literally just takes videos at construction sites and uploads them.
Oh, wow.
But you can come and you can learn how to use the account. You can network with business leaders, educators, and workforce professionals. It is on our jobs directory page as well. Okay. And our goal right now is to get York County businesses up. Yeah. The schools have their own goals to get their students on. But it will do us no good. We'll lose the kids if the businesses don't engage.
Yeah, for sure.
And there are kids looking. And right now it sounds like manufacturing and the trades are the most common fields that are showing. Those are the companies that are getting engaged, and they're not necessarily the field that's being looked at the most.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So if you're interested in becoming involved in this workforce solution, get a hold of us. They do have monthly, I believe, Zooms that you can join to learn as well. They're coming out here. We can get you connected. It's on our website. There's an art news article, plus it's on a link on our jobs directory page.
Very, very cool.
It is very cool.
So are most of these videos just like, oh, they're going to set up the camera, or is it like some of them are interactive, some of them are like TikTok style?
Yeah. Anything. A lot of them are just like a short reel, TikTok, Instagram reel, Facebook reel.
Interesting.
Yeah, it might be photos.
It's kind of fun seeing like there's a Utah transportation TikTok account, and it goes super viral all the time. And truly, it's just like showing photos of them doing construction work. But they're putting it to sounds that are super viral, or they're doing little jokes or stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it kind of reminds me of that. Or there's like a local janitor duo that has went popular.
Oh, I have missed that one.
It's out of Aurora, I think.
Okay.
But I was looking through one of their pages, and the comments are like, "This makes me want to become a janitor."
There's so many different careers. And there's no right path for anybody.
Oh, yeah. It's very different for each person.
Yep. But you've heard me say that a time or two.
Maybe once or twice. So you guys have another course coming up.
We do. So we're pretty excited about this. This was not on our agenda for 2025. And then we've got a phone call, email, phone call, it went both ways, I believe, meeting from Callie, Inc., who's one of our partners. And so I'm really actually very excited for this one. This was not on our radar for 2025. It was an opportunity that was brought to us by Callie, Inc. Kylie and Sarah reached out to us on behalf of Jordan, who's the CEO, to host Carnegie.
Okay.
Carnegie. To host a Dale Carnegie course. So they are going to guarantee the base number of people, which means we actually get to bring it to York.
Oh, wow.
This is a course you would normally go into Omaha for. It's an 8-week course, and it will focus on communication. It's crafted to elevate your personal and professional life by focusing on essential skills, including self-confidence, communication, leadership, and stress management. Wow. So this is fast and furious.
Oh, yeah.
We here at YCDC are big believers in lifting people up, giving them skills, ongoing education, ongoing professional development.
For sure.
And this fits right in. So I didn't really hesitate when we got in the meeting and went, okay, let's figure this out. We're going to make this work.
We're doing it.
We have a company that's dedicated to sending multiple courses of their staff through the program.
Oh, cool.
And they want to open it up to the community. That's where the partnership comes in. And it is very, very cool.
So, about when is this going to be happening and where?
So it is starting April 14th, and it's 8 weeks. There's a couple weeks that it skips. It ends June 16th will be graduation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Kind of spread out.
Yeah, and then may have an opportunity to do another one later in the year.
Nice.
Yeah, we're really, really excited about this. I mean, being able to manage stress more efficiently, highlighting your leadership abilities and people skills, you just can't go wrong with communication skills.
Those are all good things.
Yeah. And I have to shout out to Callie because this is huge.
It is.
But yeah, it's investing back in your people, and it's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. Okay, one last big event to talk about. Regional Career Day.
Oh my goodness. This is year 10.
Year 10.
Yes. Emily and Janine and I were talking this morning in 2014. Oh man, nope, this is year 11.
Oh.
Okay, I guess I lost a year this morning. But so year 11, it has changed a lot.
Yeah.
Over the last decade. We will be having Johnny Quinn come in as a keynote speaker. We are still looking for businesses who are interested in sitting in on some of our panels.
Okay.
Or if you have a day and you want to facilitate the panels, I'd have to check with Emily to see how the job booths are going.
Okay.
I know she was taking reservations. I just don't know if they're full. So the Regional Career Day is basically open to any of the high schools within the region.
Oh, nice.
Some years we have 8, some years we have 12. It happens to be on April 2nd this year. If it is also open to homeschoolers.
Oh,
so
cool.
If you have a high school age student that you would like to get involved, reach out to us. We have a page on our website, YorkDevCo. We have a page on our website, YorkDevCo.com, dedicated to the Regional Career Day that has an agenda and everything.
Very nice.
Cannot do this without our sponsors, which are listed on the website. Huge.
Oh, yeah.
This is a big lift. It's one of our biggest events of the year.
Yeah.
And over a decade of students from York County, not just York County, it's the region. I mean, we've had kids from Dorchester, Exeter, Cross County, Hampton, Polk. I mean,
all around.
So we're pretty excited. Little sad. FFA State got scheduled over it.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard to plan ahead.
Yeah, because we all plan over it. But we're pretty excited about the content. We're pretty excited about our speakers.
Yeah.
And then we do plan on, while we have Johnny in Nebraska, while we have him in York County, we are going to have him do a second speech to the other York County high schoolers. So Emily is coordinating who's going where. If they're not at the career day and they're not at state FFA, let's get them into York High to hear a second speech of the day.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
It's a very cool opportunity.
He is. He's a great leadership, finding your purpose type of speaker. He's used to playing in the NFL. He's an Olympic bobsledder. I mean,
wow.
He's a great speaker. I had the chance to hear him last summer, and he's also an author. So,
wow.
Yeah.
A lot of cool things on your resume. Very, very cool. I think that is it for the main YCDC update, but was there anything else YCDC update related that we want to talk about before we jump into our hot potato questions?
Absolutely. Just a couple of extra things. I want to put out a reminder that monthly first briefing of the month, the leadership briefing. Absolutely. I just want to throw out a couple of other things. The first Thursday of every month, we do a leadership update that is live streamed onto our Facebook. That's at 8:30 of the morning on Thursdays. We invite community leaders from all of our communities in the county and our schools. And we do it kind of by category, education, medical, government, stuff like that. It's a great opportunity just to get, hey, what's going on? And then as a reminder, YCDC does traveling offices out in Bradshaw, Benedict, McCool, Waco, Henderson. I'm sure I'm missing somebody in there, Gresham. So if you want to schedule a meeting, we may already be out in your neck of the woods and you may not need to come in to York.
Yeah.
But even if we don't have a traveling office out there, we're willing to come out wherever you are.
Very
So
cool.
if you need any help, let us know. We're very excited for 2025 and where we're headed. With some big things
Yeah.
coming.
You guys got some really cool stuff on the docket.
Yeah.
Okay, well, time for some hot potato questions.
These get me in trouble.
I might know the answer to some of them, but plan everything or go with the flow.
I plan so much for work that when I'm on my own personal time, a lot of times it's go with the flow.
For sure.
And I know I might just drive my family a little nuts sometimes with that. Maybe.
Work from home or in an office?
In an office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a lot of little four-legged animals running around, keeping you busy at home.
Yeah, they like to share my lap with the computer.
I understand.
Or the table with the computer.
Yeah. Or both.
It is great to be able to work remotely when need be.
For
You
sure.
know, to be able to take the laptop if the weather's bad.
Yeah.
But I am one that I like to be in the office. If I'm in town, I want to be where people can find me. Of course, I might be at one of the businesses. I might not be in the office.
Yeah.
But I do like
shop or something.
coffee shop, McLean's, York Cold Storage, Collins,
Who knows?
Green Plains. Yeah, it's almost like Marco Polo.
Yeah.
Where's Lisa at today?
Never know. Monday or Friday off if you could do a 4-day week.
A Friday.
Yeah?
Well, no, wait a second.
Oh gosh.
If we're going somewhere, I'd like to have Monday off. Otherwise, Friday.
Really?
Yep.
Fridays can be pretty chill.
Fridays can be chill. Oh, they're sometimes a little slower in the office.
Yeah.
But if I'm gone all weekend, it's nice to take a Monday off just to kind of transition back in. A lot of times I'll sneak some looks at the email. Yep, I've just got eyes rolled at me here, believe it or not, here.
For those who don't know, informally, I am interviewing my mother. But tea or coffee?
Coffee.
You do enjoy both, though, don't you?
I do. I've been drinking a lot of tea this week.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of tea with a lot of honey.
Honey is very good.
Mm-hmm. But I have to have 1 or 2 cups of coffee in the morning.
Yeah, gotta keep you going somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Adventure vacation or relaxation vacation?
Ooh,
I know you enjoy both.
I do.
If you could only pick one.
I would probably say adventure.
Really? Interesting.
You would have chose Southern for me, huh?
I'm just picturing you on a beach.
You can't beat a beach.
Yeah.
But you can only lay on a beach for so many days. If you have
Very
a full
true.
week, I'm going to be out there exploring some.
Very true. I
Yeah.
understand. Cooking at home or ordering out?
Now that's tough. I love to have the time to cook a good meal.
Yeah. A good home cooked meal. A good comfort meal.
Might have made one last night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing that is better than a good home cooked meal.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe on the grill in some nice weather.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you for taking the time to chat. Did you have any parting words of wisdom for the listeners?
Just keep involved, keep listening, keep sharing your wants. You know, one thing I've really been trying to follow lately is his name's Jeff Siegler. On Facebook, it's Revitalize or Die is his page. Otherwise, it's just under his name.
Mhm.
But he talks a lot about civic pride
Okay.
and apathy.
Oh, wow.
And as you go through your life, as you're involved in the community or your business or the school
Mhm.
or what it is, find the moments that make you proud of the community and share it out there.
Yeah.
I mean, let's find some happiness. And that is something I've really been following, and I've haven't quite finished his book yet, but I've been reading his book.
Mhm.
I've attended a training by him thanks to Nebraska Public Power District. But yeah, civic pride. We've got to remember we have to, whether we're a resident or we're representing the government, we're a government employee, council member,
Mhm.
whatever, you got to invest back into the communities and you have to be involved.
For sure.
Because if you've become overwhelmed to the point where you have apathy, then the community's not in a good place.
Yeah.
And
Makes sense.
there's a lot of potential for York County. There's a lot of stuff to be proud of.
For sure.
So share your stories.
Yeah. Our nice little town has a lot of nice little unique features.
Oh, the whole county does.
Yes, it does.
It does. We have some great little stores throughout the county and some great businesses.
I agree.
You've explored it enough with me.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Well, thank you again for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course.
In closing, we would like to again thank our stakeholders, the people who help us drive change. We would like to thank Henderson State Bank, Midwest Bank, Mead Lumber Company Incorporated, Nebraska Public Power District, York News Times, Collins Aerospace, and Perennial Public Power District. And thank you, our listeners, for tuning in. Until next time.